Wow, I am highly underprepared for this video right now. Hey guys, what's up? It's been quite a while since I've made a video on this channel. I haven't done a cover in forever, and I definitely have not done a speaking video in, I want to say like 4 or 5 videos, which is probably like 6 months apart or something. Anyway, pains me that we have to reconvene in a talking video on a subject like this, but I feel like it needs to be said. It's really necessary, especially in the society we live in today. There was a video posted by a bigger YouTuber named Sam Pepper. If you haven't seen it, I will link it below. You've most likely heard about it because a lot of bigger YouTubers are talking about it, which I am very thankful for, because the one thing I didn't want to happen with this was for all of the YouTube community to kind of shoo it away and, you know, sweep it under the rug and kind of defend him and say, well, it's just in the name of comedy, blah, blah, blah. If you don't know who Sam Pepper is, he's a bigger YouTuber. He has 2,403,200 subscribers, so over 2 million subscribers on YouTube, and he does things like prank videos or, I think it's mostly prank videos, honestly. I haven't watched a lot of his channel, but I know that most videos I've seen of him have been prank videos. Some of them are normal pranks, some of them are funny, they're kind of like, you know, different, and if I were in that situation, I would think they were funny. I laughed at some of them before he kind of went downhill, but I'll get to that later. So he does prank videos, and he made a prank video recently called Fake Hand Ass Pinching Prank. Now, if any other person had made that, it would have been taken down immediately. Like, that's obviously sexual harassment. It's all women that he's doing it to. It's just him. You can't see the camera. He has kind of stuffed one of the arms of his sweatshirt and put it into the pocket, and then his other arm is behind his back, and he'd reach under and pinch their butt. You sneakily have violated a person's body. Like, it's not just sexual organs that have been violated or that count as violation when you touch them. So some of the comments have been a little disheartening to read, because a lot of them, I don't know if maybe he's deleting the ones that aren't supporting him, or it's just the fact that so many people have been like almost brainwashed into thinking that something like this is okay because it's in the name of comedy. But most of the comments I see are in support of it and are kind of saying like, well, like, the girls didn't seem like they hated it, so, or it's just pinching her butt. It's not like he grabbed their boobs or cupped their vagina or raped them, like. But what everyone is failing to see is that regardless of whether it's comedy or not, it's still sexual harassment, and it should be treated as such regardless of how many subscribers you have. He has a lot of subscribers. He is very popular. He goes to conventions. So I get the need that people feel to defend him and almost excuse it, because obviously if he was this popular, he wouldn't be a bad person. Maybe it's just one video that he made like this, but regardless of who the person is, it's still sexual harassment, and it should be treated as such, and it should definitely not be excused. It's made me really happy, however, to see that there are big YouTubers who have as many subscribers as him or more, that have called him out on it and kind of said this is not okay and are not in support of it. Big YouTubers like Tyler Oakley, Hank Green, Louise, Sprinkle of Glitter, Lacey Green, just a bunch of really influential people that have, you know, a big, huge following. Megan Tonjes. Sorry, just names are coming to me at like slower rates than I want them to. Bigger YouTubers that have large audiences that are choosing to kind of say like, this is not okay, and you all need to know that it's not okay. Coming from Vine, I know when someone makes a racist Vine or a sexist Vine, people usually don't do too much about it. They kind of excuse it and just say it's just comedy. It's only 6 seconds. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to, like that kind of stuff. They kind of just don't do anything about it. So it makes me really happy when YouTube like pleasantly reminds me that it's not Vine and the people on it are much more proactive about calling people out on their shit and not supporting people just because they work with them or because they're a part of the same management company or because they make Vines with them constantly. It's really lovely when that happens. And the worst part about all of this is that Sam hasn't said a word about it. I haven't seen him say anything about it. The tweet is still up. As of about an hour ago, the tweet was still up, directing people to this video. And I find it really disheartening when people are caught doing bad things and don't apologize for them because they're either embarrassed or they purely just believe that what they did wasn't wrong. It's really sad to me when that happens just because it kind of shows a complete disregard for like human beings and like a complete lack of respect. Like, you clearly have no idea how the world works if you don't apologize for doing bad shit like that, like Nash Greer. But he had the excuse of being a 15-year-old or a 16-year-old whenever he made that video about like what guys look for in girls. Sam Pepper, I think, is 18, 19, 20. I want to say he's in his 20s or something. I don't know. But you don't have the excuse of kind of being a kid and not really knowing like how the world works. Like you know what you're doing. And you're choosing not to apologize for it. You're choosing not to take responsibility. And you're choosing to kind of perpetuate this idea that like sexual harassment is okay as long as it's in the name of comedy. And that's really sad to me because that, you know, with that big of an audience, you can only imagine how many people watch him and are like, oh, I'm gonna go do that. Like, I can't even imagine how many guys have watched that video and just thought, Sam, man, what a hero. And it's so sad. It's really, really sad. Because that's not heroic at all. It's not even okay to do. It's kind of disgusting, actually. Not kind of. It is disgusting. And I know my opinion doesn't matter. I have like 3,000 subscribers or something stupid, like low like that. And I only have 50K on Vine, 51 something. I know I technically, in your mind, Sam, don't have a voice. But you need to know, if you're watching this, which you probably aren't, you need to know that that's not okay. Coming from a woman, I know it probably seems like, oh, duh, of course she would say that, but like really, it's not okay. Even if it were guys, I would still say it's not okay. Like, it's not okay. It's sexual harassment, and you can't do it. Even if it's in the name of comedy. It's not a prank. It's sexual harassment, so don't do it. And also, I think you should apologize. It's really not that hard to apologize for doing something wrong. You know what grosses me out the most is like, how many girls did he have to cut out that weren't okay with it? How many girls did he pinch their butt and they got angry or upset or confused or nervous or scared? Like, that he had to cut out in the editing process, that you're watching this and not thinking throughout this entire process of cutting out girls who were not okay with it. Did you not once think, like, maybe I shouldn't post this? Maybe these girls' reactions are an indication that this is not okay. Maybe these girls' reactions hold some truth in them, that this, what I have done, is probably not the best idea. Like the first girl who said, I'm not okay with that, I'm not okay with that. And you still tried to hug her like, oh, it's just a prank, get over it, kind of thing. It's really gross. It's sad. Gross and sad. Gross and sad is a good description. Good descriptive words, Maddie. It's not okay. It's never going to be okay. And the more we keep talking about it and reiterating the fact that it's not okay, the less it's going to happen. But right now, that's not happening because there's hardly any discussion on it. So I think it'll be good to leave the comments open for discussion, but please keep it civil, keep it constructive, and Keep it cool. Thank you so much for your time. Hope you enjoyed it. Sam, if you watched this, bud, come on, dude, don't. It's so easy not to be an ass. Don't do it. I will see you all soon, and love you.